It says here, apprehension and anxiety can develop into a cough. Okay, everybody, so for day 2, update for the not safe for everybody. It's not pornographic, just not something to say on the main channel or the main video. Because if I update to the GoFundMe, I want to leave this out. But overall, in the whole process of getting to see my doctors after the pandemic and then finding out I've got cancer and they want to put me on chemo, I told my son Ben that I had cancer and they want to put me on chemo. The first thing he said is like, I know somebody that can help get you some stuff, meaning recreational herbal supplements, if you get what I mean. So I think it's pretty well known that whatever you want to call it, marijuana, weed, Mary Jane 420, is commonly used for relieving the side effects of chemotherapy, mainly the nausea and the vomiting. So Benjamin has a friend or acquaintance or associate, whatever you want to call him, that's supposed to be hooking me up. We'll find out a little bit more about that later. In the meantime, yesterday, day 1, we stopped by the local vape store, looking at getting some stuff, and see they did have vape and hemp products that are CBD, but also contain THC, which for those who don't know science or medicine or common knowledge, THC is the active ingredient in marijuana. So I picked up a vape pen cartridge, which was like $40, and some Delta 8 hemp, really fine, basically a dime bag, for future use. So last night, and a night one, it's like, okay, I've charged up the vape pen because I had to get a new vape pen because I have no idea where the other one is. So I took a couple hits of this THC CBD blend, mainly THC, I think. 2 hits. And I was feeling fucking fabulous. Let's just say that throughout this whole pandemic for the past 18 months, between anxiety with not knowing what the hell's going on, being unemployed, not wanting to go out, being stuck in the house under quarantine for God knows how long, whenever everything first happened. Let's just say emotions went out the door, and I went through some depression. I don't think anybody can disagree or disassociate from this particular set of circumstances. I think it's pretty common. Everybody's felt some sort of anxiety or apprehension throughout this whole ordeal. and then adding on top of that the finding out I got cancer and I need to be put on chemo, that just made things worse. So last night, I already decided I wasn't going out. I usually don't go out driving on Monday nights because I've worked 3 days in a row, usually putting in close to 40 hours already just over the weekend. So, like I said, I took a couple hits, and I got the best sleep I've had in the longest time that I can remember. What did I feel? Let's just say I actually felt something for the first time in almost 2 years. I felt great. I got the giggles. I got the munchies because, like I said, this vape juice says it has THC in it. I slept very well. I was so fucking horny. I needed somebody to sleep with me last night. I needed company, but we won't go there. Like I said, this is not that adult. So we'll find out later today, actually, after Benjamin wakes up, find out if his friend is going to set us up, what he's going to need. And also the other reason I wanted to mention this separate from the other video that's going to be most likely put up on my GoFundMe is I don't want to say anything about using any of that money to buy herbal supplements. Granted, herbal supplements are perfect for having to deal with the side effects of chemo, but I think it's under the terms of the GoFundMe that you can't use it to buy illegal substances. Granted, weed is now legal in Virginia, at least possession and recreational use is legal. Buying and selling is still not legal. That still has to be ironed out because of the terms of the marijuana law that was passed earlier this year. The process of setting up a distribution system of some kind, whether it's setting up licenses to smoke shops to sell marijuana products, that's not coming into effect until 2024. So we'll just leave it at that for today. So today's the beginning of day 2. Again, no side effects from the medicine so far. The THC vape was wonderful last night. It made me feel great for the first time in years. And I'm not going to say that I'm not going to have anything against people who smoke weed. It's legal in this area to possess and smoke weed. Many younger people do it without any moral apprehension or moral repercussions. The only thing I didn't really like about weed was mainly because of driving for Uber. When you have your regular users that smell of weed so strong that they leave a lingering odor in the car. So I have to spray it down with Lysol, and if the next passenger or passengers complain about a weed smell, someone's like, had somebody in the car who reeked of weed, and I just had to spray it down. Nobody was smoking weed. So that was my only thing really against weed, other than the fact that I don't really use it at all anyway, or at least not until now. The last time I remember using it was probably maybe 10 years ago, and at the time, it didn't do anything for me. So I never thought of using weed. But last night was different, and I actually felt it for a change, probably because maybe the THC dosing in the vape juice. I'll just have to find out. Also, Pam, my other half, my ex-wife, works for the government, and has always been a matter of, I don't want it in the house. I don't want to see it or smell it. But we had a little bit of a conversation last night when I showed her, it's like the vape stuff, saying it's like, I got the stuff at the vape store, so this is the stuff they're selling legally. So her main thing is just that don't smoke it near me. I don't want a contact high. I don't want to smell like weed, anything like that. Again, she works for the government, and we'll just leave it at that. So, at least her opinion on weed has improved a little bit. But again, her main concern is she works for the government, and she just doesn't want to be exposed to it. So I can't smoke in a house, and I can't smoke cigarettes in a house at all anyway, because it's her house, her rules. So I'll update y'all a little bit later. Probably tomorrow. Tonight, Tuesday, is Benjamin's game night over at the Cave, over near George Mason, and we'll see how things go. I'm not going to smoke any today, because normally I drive on Tuesdays after I drop them off in Fairfax, and I usually pick them up like around 1 in the morning, something like that. So I just, I drive for about maybe 6 hours on Tuesdays. So I'll give you all a little update tomorrow. Peace out.